Hey, Stay. How's it going?
Hey Adam, it's going good. I'm enjoying a nice evening in London. It's been dark for the past 3 hours here.
Oh, yeah. You don't have a time change there, right?
We do, and it's so confusing because it's the change from British summertime to GMT, and then there's an hour change. I can't figure out, especially with US or other areas, how this goes. So it's like 2 weeks of calls being like mangled each year, or two times
Yeah.
a year actually. So yeah, that's how it's going.
Yeah. I always wonder about that, like, because this would have been the first meeting that we have after the US time change. So is this at a different time than usual for you?
No, actually, last week it was 1 hour
Oh,
earlier, but now it's the same hour somehow.
gotcha.
Uh, I couldn't figure out. I still have to like research deep into the issue because it's like, yeah, it boggles my mind a bit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
time zones. How about you?
Uh it's been it's been a very like quiet week. It doesn't feel like sometimes it feels like a lot happens during a week, but last week felt rather quiet. Like we weren't doing any big hangouts with friends or any massive releases on hardcover. So it was just a kind of just a chill week for the most part. Although last night, the story has a happy ending. But last night, our one of our friends' cats got out. So this morning we were over there looking around, and this morning they found their cat uh, in their next door neighbor's doghouse. So
Wow.
luckily,
Uh,
happy ending.
yeah, classic. Yeah, well, that's a classic cat story. They always do stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I'm lucky mine doesn't get out ever, but we've got the terrace, and sometimes she goes out and she finds the most like awkward places to just like sit or explore, and I always have to go like get her out of, I don't know, we from under the vent, or she's just like, uh, we have some plants and she likes to go like in places where you can't really see her. I don't understand why and how they can just like vanish. But yeah, nice. Was it a long search?
uh, we kind of just spent like an hour and a half walking around, but luckily, yeah, saw a lot of people. Like it's 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 funny to see that many people just like out and about, like living their lives at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah. Were they
Normally, I'm not awake.
Yeah. Are they jogging or like doing morning people activities?
Yeah, lots of people walking their dogs, lots of people jogging. So, but
Okay, that's
yeah,
good. Good to hear that Salt Lake City morning community is doing well. Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of joggers in my area as well. We have lots of parks, so I'm guessing I sometimes go out when I don't have coffee at home, but it's a bit later. The joggers are, yeah, I think it's 6 a.m. thing. I don't know how they
Yeah,
do it.
people
Yeah,
that want to get a run in before work. Yeah.
yeah.
I can hardly believe that before I was like working on hardcover when I was working at like a typical 9 to 5 job, I would get up at 6 a.m. every day and I would work on side projects for an hour. And then I would
Wow.
change clothes and I would go to the gym for an hour. And then I would go to work for a full day of work. And somehow, like, I would just be exhausted every day.
Yeah, well, it's still. I mean, props to you. You did that. I mean, yeah, I can relate. I did that as well at some point.
I
Yeah,
mean, having a kid is kind of like doing that every day.
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of lucky. Yeah, it's actually been pretty good. I think this past week he discovered that he can scream at everything, so he screams at everything, which is. I mean, I can relate to that. I wish I could do the same sometimes. Uh, but yeah, that's the latest development. But sleep wise, he's good. I weirdly get 8 hours of sleep every night, even more. So yeah, and my
That's good.
wife gets. I mean, she doesn't like. She's not staying awake while I'm sleeping. So yeah, he's a good sleeper. So yeah, that's good. Nice. Yeah.
On
And
the hardcover front, what have you been up to lately?
we've been like doing a lot of stuff in the background, I guess, which is how these things go. After we release the book page, now you can see the book page and lots of other updates after the app update. Lots of stuff you could see. We're kind of doing the same now. So I've been working on the discussions prototype, which has gone out to people, and we already got some really good feedback on what we're planning for discussion. So I'm really hyped about that. Really like thorough feedback on the prototypes. If for everybody watching, you can still access the link Adam shared in the announcement channel if you want to get a sneak peek on the discussions. Uh, yeah, and I think those are in a pretty good spot. I got some feedback was that we actually read their minds regarding how they imagined discussions. So I guess the first iterations between us where we just uh, spent the time changing the designs, those paid off. It's yeah, maybe I think
Nice.
with a little tweaking, it could be close to something we could start building.
Have
Yeah.
you uh, have you noticed any like trends in the feedback on areas of improvement, or probably
Mm,
still need to just do a breakdown of it?
yeah, there are some things I think related to how people discover discussions and how
Mm,
they participate. The feedback, I mean, it has been depending on how people like to use discussions on various sites in general. So some people don't like to do that at all. So they would like to see discussions, but they wouldn't participate, not because our prototypes are bad, just because they don't do that, which I, yeah, totally understand. I think there's been like a cleanse of social media, especially recently. So I don't know, maybe once we build it, it will become a place where people who wouldn't actually talk on other networks would talk on Hardcover. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Yeah, and some people who are like, I'm going to reply, I'm going to talk about the book. Yes, this can replace, this can complement uh, my chats that I have with friends around books. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so that's good.
One of the things that kind of brings to mind the fact that if these discussions exist in the book page and people are like when they have a book in mind, they'll seek out the book page and look at discussions. But for just random discovery of discussions on books that they previously read, and someone posted a discussion and they might want to be part of that conversation, uh, it kind of got me thinking about what if we change the home, the feed button, so the feed is no longer just a feed of activities, but we change that up somehow so uh, it's more like a discover feed. And I think I had a better idea of how far this was going to go in my head when I was describing it. But uh, what I don't want to do is just inject feed items in with all the tons and tons of activities, because there's so many activities right now
Mm-hmm.
that even right now things like prompt activities and cool new lists that are being created aren't really being showcased there. So it's almost like reimagining that home area to be like a discover area, and
Mm-hmm.
being able to showcase both here are the hot lists, here are the hot prompts, here are the hot discussion topics, here, but you also want to see here's a feed of what your friends are doing. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of combining all of those into one discover area.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was actually like, that thing you're describing is the next thing I was thinking of actually tackling in design. Because, yeah, You're right. It's gonna be a bit weird. I wanted to redesign the activities as well so they match the discussions and they're more in tune with what you describe as the discover area or mechanism. Uh, if we just have them chronologically like we do now, like something happens, you get it in the feed, that might be awkward from some points of view. I'm sure at some point it will just be populated enough so you'd get like a bunch of things, but even then they might be a bit chaotic. So yeah, that's like a good shout to build on. um, and I think it could be like the next step, because I think like the individual discussion and the way you create a new discussion, I think we are close. I haven't seen any feedback that would say we gotta get back to the drawing board. Everybody understands right off the bat what we try to do, so that's a good sign. I think
Yeah,
those are, apart from like small tweaks, ready to, yeah,
yeah,
just like go for it. But for the feed, yeah, maybe we can figure out maybe like a mixer that serves you content that's tailored to you somehow, or yeah,
yeah,
lets you browse multiple areas. I'm not sure how to do it, so maybe we can brainstorm.
yeah. It sounds like a good future thing. At least like we're
Yeah,
we'll probably do the year in review before we do like implementation on discussion. So we still have time
yeah.
to hammer all these things out before we get too deep into it.
Yeah, exactly. It should go like pretty fast historically when we've
Yeah.
been thinking like independently on something. We just gotta
And
like get in there and
yeah. And like I saw that like the way Fable does discussions is people create their own like kind of book club and then there are like sections for each book. I
hmm
saw that Storygraph is also going that route. So they're going to have someone be able to create um, something for a specific book and then split out sub discussions within that book, which is kind of like how Fable has chapters. So
yeah,
the fact that we're going completely different route with like a discussion is owned by the book rather than being owned by like a buddy read, like
yeah,
Jeff mentioned there in the chat. It's I think that'll make it so that like anyone can be a part of a book as opposed to like having lots of separate communities each reading the book. So I think I'm most excited about that.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like that approach. I think is gonna pay off. I think the other approach is closed off somehow because the discussion belongs to a reader or a group of readers, and I actually tried to uh, talk about our idea of acing book clubs on Reddit before my post got removed on the Our Books channel. I just explained, I mentioned like not like what who we are or what it's about. I just wanted to discuss the concept. They took it down anyway. They said it was market research, but
Uh,
anyway. But like in the I think 15 minutes when it was up, I got like a bunch of replies saying that the idea of acing book clubs would be like really nice, and the replies were like, "Oh, but you have to do this," and it was actually what we were doing. So avoiding spoilers and making sure it's moderated, that kind of stuff, which we're already like handling or planning to handle.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and we can eventually see about other iterations on discussions for private groups. But I think it's kind of a similar to like how Reddit has like private subreddits. Maybe we'll go that route with the
hmm
private groups too. But
Yeah.
to be
It's gonna be
determined.
easy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was reading what Jeff was saying in the group. Yeah, definitely. I mean, once we figure out discussions, we'll be able to like put them anywhere like uh, related to any entity or part of the site. I had someone mention, I think on Discord, was it a DM or was it in a channel? I think it was a DM, that they would like to just comment on a list that, cool list or something like that. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
why not?
yeah,
If you open
and
comments on a list,
yeah. Letterboxd has comments on lists as well, and Mike Flanagan just joined Letterboxd, so people were commenting on his lists left and right, saying like, "Hey,
wow,
what about this book from for this list? What about this book?"
wow, nice. Okay, yeah, that's definitely, if we get a really hot, like, cool, like, author to join, uh, that would be really neat. But yeah, that's when we're actually like digging into that like separate part altogether.
Well, for
Yeah,
a deep dive today, I was gonna say, are you down for just digging into the Urine review and just kind of pair designing it?
yeah, let's go for it. How should we do it? Do you want to share your screen or should I
maybe
share
you could
mine?
maybe you
Yeah,
could share yours. That way
yes.
you don't get the awkward me trying to use Figma part.
Oh, that's fine. You're pretty pro at using it. So, okay, here we are. So, hardcover here in review. There we go. So, this is where we left off last time. And for context, this is going to be the top part of the of the page, the intro. And I'm still thinking maybe we could do like Letterbox does and show like a bunch of images here on a grid. That would be neat, but I still have to see if I can find like some nice images. Well, I'm just
Mm.
mocking it up in a really bad way right now, but yeah, something like
But
this.
yeah, and I think in like those would be like mid-journey generated images based on some of the most popular books of the year.
Yeah, exactly. So we can actually try that right now, if you want, or we can do it later when we hit on a section, and yeah, so we can do a demo of how we're generating those. Yeah, yeah. For this one, I mean, further along when we actually, can go to artists, it could be nice to like have these like be like fan art and uh, uh, generated maybe by the users of hardcover even. Uh, but yeah, for this one, we've got some of these like really nice images that we've generated. So uh, this would be like the small description. What do you think about this? Is it in a good place? Do you think there's too much text? That was my worry over here.
Yeah, I worry about this text because we're going to have so many sections that this would probably be too much.
Yeah, maybe we can just do this. So this is text. This is, we might not even like need like this much text. We can just do, let's do this. Bam. Okay.
And I think we could, since we're like such a small team, I think we could even do something where it's like created by,
Oh yeah.
Adam and Stay and Jeff
Bam.
and with like our icons or in a stylized way, just like,
Yes.
and uh we're thinking about still doing a table of contents, but having it be like a more like a navigation thing than a thing at the front.
Oh
I
yeah.
think,
We could
right?
actually. Yeah. Yeah. Did I delete that? No, I didn't. Yay. Okay. So maybe we can do like a neat thing and just have an icon of menu, uh, menu icon. Right. Let me grab an icon from somewhere and just have it in the corner, like fixed. I know Letterbox doesn't have that, but we could just use the nav. Let me grab. Where did I have an icon around here? Just gonna do that.
Let's see.
Here we go. So this could be okay. Ship for navigation. We're probably gonna change it because it's very and this would be just a popover and let's put a map. Okay, so this would be like over here, and yeah, it would open up that thing. Nice. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah,
Or
just a quick way to kind of jump around and oh yeah, top right. Especially since we're talking about not having the traditional navigation on this page, it makes me think we need still some way to go back to like the hardcover homepage too.
Yeah, maybe we could put the actual logo in the top right and have it fixed, and that would take you to hardcover. I don't know. What do you think? So it would just be like this, and it would stay like on the page.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. And it doesn't need to be too big, and people are so used to looking in the top left for the logo anyways. So
yeah, exactly. What the hell did I do? Oops, in Figma. Okay, nah, it's very small, so it doesn't interfere with anything. Maybe I can remove it from here, so I can. This one I'm gonna save as an SVG. So I thought it would be cool to have like that, this kind of font. So it's like, wow, you can't read. So I'm just gonna have the
yeah,
or maybe just like remove it and hardcover. Okay.
That looks legible.
Yeah, not the best layout, but yeah, I'll work on it a bit more. So
and yeah, we can tweak the content here, but yeah, I think that amount of text is good. Something short.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm using it for. So maybe this can be like subtext. Maybe we can even ditch this and just it kind of repeats the same thing. Or I could do this and just remove this and do this.
Grabbing an avatar.
This one.
I like that I can just like zoom to somewhere else and then just click on your avatar and it jumps me right back here.
Whoop. Here we go. Okay, this is neatly aligned. Still have the handwritten font that I like.
One thing I've noticed with the Figma app is like I want to be able to select multiple things and then control click to get the right click menu, but I've noticed that doesn't work in Figma. Is that what you do to open the right click menu?
So you want to select multiple things and then right click on all of them or just one of them?
On the group, like I was trying to just like group these two by selecting them both and then grouping.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, you can actually like I select both of them and I group the selection. So
but to open that menu, you're just right clicking, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I have a trackpad, so I don't have a right click, so I was control clicking.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't work with the trackpad. Sometimes it's weird with navigation. I just use shortcuts, so I
Oh
just
yeah.
hit Command G and that's it. Or
Ah,
yeah,
gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I was just creating something like this by
yeah. I don't group anything nowadays, so I either do auto layout, which lets you like do stuff like this, or I should
Oh
group some
yeah.
things.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
should be an auto layout, not a group.
Well, sometimes that's why I'm saying I just leave stuff, out in the open so I can move it around. Yeah, for instance, see when this frame appears over here, it means it's not in the like actual like frame, so you have to go and yeah, then copy paste it. But yeah, auto layout doesn't work really well for this. It would work if you like do this
Oh, it had like
made,
multiple texts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, made with love, and then have by, and then have the avatar. Sorry, I'm just messing up what you were doing.
No, you're good.
So then, yeah, you can just like boom, like this, and boom, okay, and Command A. And
Nice.
wow, still needs a bit of spacing, and if you want to move stuff around, it's gonna be really tough. But and apparently, we're all NK Jemison.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I don't know if I wanted to do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, here we go. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think it's a good start.
Yeah,
Trying to think like when when I'm like looking at this for the first moment, what is it that I want to know? Oh yeah, the yellow's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Thought I try. Okay,
Like
yeah. Um, well, I guess you'd be interested in the sections, but if you're like most users, you will just scroll. So we could put like Letterbox does. They have a little arrow, so you know how to scroll. But I've read a lot of like user experience things that say that it's best to just let users scroll because they scroll a lot without any issues. So on Letterboxd, this is how they do it. So they have this, and
oh, I see
it's
what you mean.
just
It's
yeah,
like pin to the top of the screen.
yeah,
Yeah, and each section has its own like full screen card, so it's kind of like going through a presentation.
yeah, exactly. It's nice that they made it keyboard triggered as well, and I really like these. So yeah, they also have the nav, and the nav takes the whole um, screen, but for our purposes, let's see how it. Yeah, I'll just
Oh
leave
yeah,
that. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
having like a menu pop over or pop. Yeah, I guess it's just a menu.
Yeah,
Works.
it's just a menu. Yeah.
That's a great picture of William Defoe.
Yeah, I was looking at Dave Bautista. It's great. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice William Dafoe just staring from under. Oh God, I could have been this for Halloween, uh, whatever this is.
Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
yeah. So we
Um,
could do this, but I just like leave leave it like this because people are gonna scroll 100%. Uh,
it could be there, and then it could become like position sticky. So when you scroll to the top, it just stays at the top.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we could we could do the same thing and have like the because it's if we're gonna implement the scroll snap, it's gonna be
Mm.
important. So that's the thing over here. See if you go. Oh, they don't even have the scroll snap actually. Oh yeah, they have a bit of a scroll snap, but so if I yeah, see it's really like sensitive to.
Mm.
So if you go let's see. Yeah, just maybe it's like from 25% on, something like that. So,
Mm.
yeah, if you scroll, like it gets, yeah, it snaps in place. We can do that with Tailwind. I've looked it up, so should be good.
Cool.
Yeah, we just have to make sure these are the whole like screen height for most laptops, which is like just about this high. Hmm, pretty much nailed it. You'll have to move this up, and yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Maybe we can even like have some rows, and the rows can be like I don't know, auto, and they can be top, and they have the height of uh how high is the system screen? So 1150
Well, we
one
can just
one.
use like H full, I guess, right? And then
Oh yeah. I was just like gonna do it for like design purposes. So let's say
gotcha.
1000. Yeah. So right now it just cuts off and the gutter. Oh wait, I didn't do something. Okay, 1000. Okay, so this is the gutter. Okay, anyway, it
Cool.
should be
Yeah,
okay.
it's going to be interesting because this is going to be the first page on the entire site that doesn't have our classic nav bar. So that'll mean restructuring our Next.js folder structure to not use that layout on this file, which just means moving all of our files into like a new folder within the app directory. But that'll uh,
Okay,
that'll be easy
yeah.
enough.
Okay, that's good. I was about to ask if it would be easier to actually have the nav bar, but if we can just move it, I think yeah, we should be good, right?
Yeah, especially then also we'll be able to completely statically render and cache this page for everyone because it won't have the nav bar. So it'll be like
Mm.
100% cached for all users, which will be nice.
Okay, that's great. Woohoo! Loading times. Perfect. So we have the header section. I think yeah, this is I don't know. You're happy with that out? I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
We can,
Uh,
change the text or something, but other than that, yeah, looking good.
oh yeah, the text definitely will iterate on. So moving on to the next one. So I think the thing for us to figure out right now is how to do some types of sections. So this is one type of section which could be like most something, like have like one the book which is number one highlighted, maybe with a review, and the picture would be something related to the category, and then you'd have the other books, and you'd have like a number two, number three over them. I have to mock those up, but yeah, we can just like, imagine that. So this would be like the top one book, then number two, number three, number four, and maybe we'll have how many are there? Two, four, six, seven. We have nine here, but you know, if there are more books, yeah, we can just like put more in there. And I tried last time we talked about having these images full width, and I tried doing something like this. So
Mm.
yeah, this would be like an image that is related to the uh, actual uh, section. So most read books. And then we'll have number one here, then the others, and then the review here. Just
I
like
think I,
planes. Yeah.
I think I like that even more. Like it, it's also because I think I read left to right, you know, so I see like the book first and then the description and everything else.
Okay.
Um, and like
So
Jeff
that's good.
says, the full width image like is yeah, it's really cool. And I think the proportions are really cool too. It's different enough that yeah. The one thing I was thinking might be neat to change here is like this badge part. Like I wonder about how we could make this more impactful. Like if it
Mm.
maybe if we change it from a badge to text somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where.
Yeah, we could do that. We had some, so like cards like this one. So see how well this goes with like a card, and we have some. Let me have. This has like a gradient over here, and yeah, it's just like boom, something like that.
Oh, I see. So it'd be like at the bottom.
So yeah, we could do something like so. This is like most read books of 2023. Mm, maybe we could have it on the top, and uh, what else could we put here? Or we can have it at the bottom and have like the gradient the same over here. So we have gradient. Gradient would be our color. So,
Hmm.
hmm.
What if we put it
So we
like here? Like so it's almost like well, I don't know. Well, with it selected, no. Mm,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
don't,
wondering. I
don't
mean,
love it.
it it's good, but it might be associated with this book. So I'd rather like have it more central, you
Yeah.
know. So it's kind of like a thing. I like the like yellow, like burst of yellow, but I'm wondering what we could write. So could be just maybe the number of the section. So number one, but would that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's enough. Like with our nav.
Yeah. So most read books title LG. So if we do this and maybe we center we can even like left line it.
Hmm.
Um, Letterboxd has
Just
for
playing
these
with it.
kinds of sections.
Yeah, they do like a full out
Yeah.
like that.
So
But
yeah, it's the title, and then what it is.
I feel like I don't even see
Titles.
the section titles very much in there. There's like I almost have to hunt for
Yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly. It's much better to just have them like somewhere. On top, it seems a bit disconnected. I don't know. Is it just my feeling?
Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think having it like what about like I'm just playing with it to see how it looks
Yeah, yeah,
on the
go ahead.
right. Uh,
It could be over here. Most read books, and you have the books here, and then the section here, and maybe some like description for this section.
yeah, I think like Jeff mentioned it. It reminds me of being in the review when it's there.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
about this? But yeah, this makes it look like this is in one
Yeah,
section and this is in a different section.
yeah, exactly. So we have this book, and then the most read. Um,
Yeah, like it
maybe
feels like ideally it would be like above the first one.
yeah,
But
we can
yeah,
even do this and this one. Since this one is about this book, we could leave it underneath the book, and then we'd have most read books of 2023, and you'd have like number one here, and then the others.
hmm.
Mm,
I think I liked it with the covers closer to the other one more.
yeah. What if? So we have this one. So this is like the highlight. These are the others. The thing is there could be like more books here, so I was thinking, what if we have like this amount of books here, so it would be good to have this here. So I'm still thinking like having this like central.
Yeah, there's 10.
See, everybody design is actually like not that simple. uh, yeah, how many are there? Two, four, 8, 10. Maybe we have just like 9 underneath, so it's 10 with this one.
Yeah.
What do you think? So if we just do this as well.
So one thing I was thinking was what if like 2 and 3 are
Mm-hmm.
that size
Yeah.
and like this one's like the big one.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But
maybe not that big.
yeah, just playing with it to see what happens here.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
um, oh wait, maybe not this one. Maybe this one extra small. That way it's like 1, 2, and well, no, I guess the proportions make it better.
Yeah. Uh, this is, I mean, Letterbox does 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then the rest. So we could actually do that. I mean, yeah, and have the title of the book not next to the book, but have it here, and maybe just like have. Wait, let me just copy this, so we have like some kind of comparison between the two.
Oh wait,
So
I have another idea here after you're done.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
go
might be
ahead.
doing it
Yeah,
actually. We'll see.
I was just gonna go for 4 by 6, or not 4 by 6, but 4 and 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. or 1 to 3, and yeah, why should we put the top 4? So we can just like leave that out, and uh, well, I'm sure we can find. So these are the first 3, and then the last 7. But the last 7, I guess we could make the covers like smaller. Just yeah, just this.
Let's see.
Then this could be 1.
Makes it harder for me to tell that that's connected to the first book.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was I was thinking about like this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but the thing is, I was worried about that title because it's a short title and we'll
Oh,
have way longer titles.
good point. Good point.
So it should be like at least the whole like span of 6 columns. So this should have its own like thing. So
Let's see.
just set this. Fine.
And I think we can move the 4.5 stars part actually.
Oh yeah, we can just like delete it. Yeah.
Okay. Jeff give a good example of a large, longer title. So I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, we need that. Okay, let me find the cover for that as well.
Right. So if we're doing like to there, this one is to there.
Was okay. That's more like it. This. Yeah. Yeah. I think this needs to be. So.
And one way we could do it for this first section for most read is like these are like the top books of the year. So we could do something where we do like this, but then we like duplicate this and then like do like a right version for like number 2.
Yeah, but then it will
That's a
be
lot.
like hell. Yeah, it would be like really long. I mean, I think what you said last time with just like keeping the first one and then just having the covers and being able to access the info for the books just by tapping on, hovering on the book and getting the book info, kind of like this thing over here. Where is it? So when you hover on a book, yeah, just get this. I think
So
that's gonna be enough. But yeah, this review is tricky. Just 1 second. My cat is asking for pellets. I'm gonna be back in one.
yeah, one thing Jeff was just mentioned was like side arrows to navigate between the ones in the list. So it's almost like this top section becomes like scrollable, and then
We could do that, although I like Letterbox that they do like this thing. They just show it. If we do horizontal navigation and then you have to slide to see all the books, it might get annoying. Over here it's good because you just see all of the movies, you can tap on them, and yeah, it's just easy to browse. If you'd
yeah,
have to scroll sideways as well to see all of them. I mean, I'm a fan of like just having the covers instead of like too much info, because you can go to the book page in any case, and you have the info on hover, and on mobile you just tap on the cover and get the book drawer with the info. So maybe just like having the
yeah,
first one. We can even ditch the review. Or I was thinking about that, but I think it's the one thing that will make it stand out.
yeah. I like having like some kind of like
Yeah.
thing from the community
Mm-hmm.
because we can pick and choose. It doesn't have to be like the most liked review. It can be like the most quippy review.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We have the power to like choose that. I like this because it was, uh, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
This is actually from hardcover. Um,
Mm, um, actually, maybe we just use this next to the number 1, like because this is what it's number 1 of. It's like if we make like this top part into something we can reuse on multiple sections, like number 1 in so like this part becomes um, maybe like the same font as this number 1.
oh yeah, it could be. Definitely not that. Okay, let me do this. Just have it in. Yeah, and we have a winner takes all situation where if you're not the number one book on hardcover, well, stuff like you only get the cover, but then
Uh,
again, so
what if
have
we
this review.
change this to um,
Our normal fonts.
yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
exactly.
And then we can have all the other books over here. Just that.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And or we can just have them underneath and have the other 9
I
and
think, yeah. I think
have the review. Yeah,
I think I liked them up there on the top right, actually. Like it
on the top right,
as like as the
this.
2 rows, yeah. Like we could make
Yeah,
the
I mean,
oops. No, that's way too big. Yeah.
well, these sizes aren't like, we can do this 3 and 6, that's 9, and just make these like,
Yeah, we could do 4 and 5, and then it would be the ones on the top would be slightly bigger, but they wouldn't be as big as the number 1. So it would be like
yeah,
number 1's the biggest, 2, 3, 4, 5 are a little bigger, and then 6 through 10 are little. Yeah.
this is basically what Letterbox does, so I think they did it for a reason. We ended up in the same place. So, see, it's,
Oh
well,
no.
it's 4 and 6, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good. So you have the review over here for the first book, and then you have all of these, and you have the number, so you'd have 1, 2, 3. Maybe, let's see, we'll make this slightly bigger, so it's like the highlight. I'm just trying things out.
Yeah, and we could actually just
Yeah, just go all the way and have the review here and maybe these here. This might not work, but we can just revert to the, so because we have this. Let's say this is the review and have it here.
it's funny as you're doing all that, I'm like trying to get the space between the 1 and the most.
Wow, it's significantly harder. I think there's lots of groups here, so this is like, that's why I said it's better to not have any auto layouts as you're designing stuff, because yeah, it's way easier to do this.
Yeah.
I was gonna like just do this and do this, but it doesn't work. Okay, I think it was better other way around. So these here, these, this over here, this just like slightly smaller cover. I did.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
yeah, one thing Jeff mentioned that I think I agree with is like having the title being like without
Full
break
width.
lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
like is really it's much more legible. What
Mm-hmm.
so what about like
We could just put these underneath. So have this full width and have this like this, and maybe even make the cover bigger for that purpose.
and
And
then these become like the wide version? I don't know. I think I actually really liked it when it was
over
like
here,
like this yeah, over there, and then the title or the review is like below the
yeah. So this This was like this, and this was over there. Hmm.
Yeah. And then if we did that, like if we did this here, what we could do is put the book button here. And then like that's one thing that we have that uh, it, like could be a distinctive thing,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like down here, like below,
yeah,
because then we have plenty of room for the title. We have plenty of room for multiple authors because there might be like 3 or 4 authors, and
yeah. I know. What if we put the covers one underneath the other, and okay, this works less well. Uh, hmm, Lots of space over here.
what if we keep it like this, but then we have something like a header for this group where it's like
Oh yeah,
uh,
that could work.
um, number 2 to 10 most read books of 2023, like that. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the best title for it, but
No, it is pretty good. It's a bit. I won't. This
yeah.
space over here bothers me a bit. What if? Let's see. With this, I wanted to see how it looked if we just center everything and. Uh, well, maybe. Let's see. If we have it over here, and this is like way up there, and we push this like to the edge where it's readable, and then we have the review over here. Maybe we can have these over here.
That is cool.
Yeah, it could be a thing, especially because it has like the all the covers in the same place.
I guess that's kind
Um,
of similar to what I was also kind of doing while you were talking, but like
yeah,
left aligned versus right aligned.
yeah, exactly. Well, sometimes it solves it because yeah, the text right now seems to be. Maybe we can make this cover like as big as we want. It doesn't matter if it covers like the cover image.
Yep.
And
Let's see, because like I think both of these do a good job of like the review is related to the book, and
yeah.
I like how in yours all the covers are kind of close to each other,
Hmm.
and I like in this one how um, hmm,
It's wait, I was doing this so it has a bit more contrast. So
yeah.
okay, I'm finally using the badge.
I like the badge.
Yeah. Had
So
to find a reason to use it somewhere. Okay, so we can, yeah, nah, this is good.
yeah. So
I'm
yeah.
wondering if we can actually, like, maybe put the cover in here as well. So we do, like, exactly this thing. And, oh God, if we end up doing the same thing after, like, doing that many, I mean, I don't know.
I like having the cover be big, especially like I guess it depends on
Yeah.
the context of the list. Like in some lists, you want the book to be the center. Like for instance,
Mm-hmm.
this one it's most read book, so it makes sense that like we really are highlighting the book. But when there's
Yeah,
like
true.
top read books by genre,
Yeah, exactly. What if we put it like over here so it just wow, we will cut the title. I'm sorry, Jeff. Uh this is an
and
extreme example. I don't know how we won't cut the title. I mean only if we do we can actually do this. So maybe we can even yeah, I mean why not? Maybe. Unless uh
I think
better before.
Yeah, I do like the little badge.
Yeah, I can just replace it over there as well. It has like extra contrast. So
So, of these, do you prefer it on the left or the right?
well, the only reason I prefer it on the right is because there's some weird like spacing here, and if you have multiple authors, it will like overlap over here. So if you have like, we might get some cases where it's not, uh, that clean. Plus, on mobile, we'll have to figure out. So this might be like a thing with negative margin, but I'd rather like
Yeah,
have everything aligned.
yeah.
Somewhere that works on mobile and desktop as well. This is also weird because on mobile you'd have to like switch where the cover is.
I think I,
But
the one thing
yeah,
that I, the one thing I like more about the top one, and I like everything else more about the second one,
yeah,
is that if there is a short title like
yeah,
like that, then the space between the title and the book cover is going to be very large, as
yeah.
opposed to if it's like here and the title is like
Oh
right next to
yeah,
the cover.
yeah. I get what you're saying, and you are absolutely right. So let's see if we can. I mean, I play around with this thing. Let's see if we can. So we have these. What
I'm gonna
if we do like this, the
I'm gonna run
exact
to the
same
restroom real
thing?
quick while you're
Oh yeah,
doing that. I
yeah.
will be
I'll
right back.
just like, yeah. Go ahead. There we go. So maybe if we move this over here, that's still a bit weird. Let's see what the chat says. Where did I have the? Here we go. Okay. Yes, some titles will have to wrap. I'm curious about the longer one. Okay, so here we go. Maybe let's take advantage of the fact. Hmm. Well, this breaks the title a lot, so that's not ideal. But yeah, what I wanted to do is see if we can put this actually right underneath or next to the cover. So we'll have this. Maybe we'll have the book button over here so you can read this book if you want. And then Hardcover community, this long review here. Well, it's not that long. Just space everything out better. Most books will have this title on just one row, so that's good. Space things out a bit more. So we can do this.
Okay,
So,
back.
oh right, okay, yeah. I was just moving stuff around. Yeah, that's not amazing, but I was thinking, if this can be moved here and this can be moved there, and we will just have like these covers and just have them significantly larger. So it's like how many? 3, 9. Okay, so let's recycle change. Oh no, not this. Okay, so we have the review over here. We have these books over here, and we have this over here.
I mean, this looks pretty good. Like I I think I could go with the book button
Yeah,
being down
just
here with like the
mm-hmm, maximized
large version.
version.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if we did that.
yeah. Maybe we can move that. thing just a bit more, so it's like this.
Or make the cover just a little bigger so it's like...
Yeah, and make the cover bigger.
And then I think having this like...
Yeah, we
because
can
there's the
just like
gutter.
flex it. It doesn't have to be like put on columns. Like flex it in like CSS Flex.
Oh yeah. So we have 3 versions. Maybe we could like post these 3 in Discord and like see which one people like.
Yeah,
And
of course. Yeah, that sounds
because
good.
I think all 3 of them are great in their own way.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like, as we look at it more and more, we'll probably
Yeah, I know. I think
no.
it's a good stopping point for these. Ooh, this is like I think this is what is the section we'll use for like most sections in the on the page. So it's good to actually have this in a really tight
Yeah.
spot. But yeah,
I'll
I
make
like it.
all of these the maximized version of the button just for consistency.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
other than
And
that, let's see. Oh yeah, let me change the text on the middle one to be that again.
yeah.
Yeah, and also each one of these covers is going to have the number next to it. What do you think about
Yeah.
mocking that up before sharing it so people can
Yeah, will do. Uh-huh.
that way? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I disabled the grid, so it looks good without the grid as well. And they will be like spaced in between themselves a bit more, so
Oh yeah.
they will have space up and down. But yeah, this is good.
And every cover will be have the option to like long press on it on mobile to open the book button,
Mm-hmm.
and on desktop, if you hover over it, you can click little bookmark and it'll bring down the book button, so you can like save any books from this page, which will
Yeah.
be handy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Although
this is gonna be really
the first one's the only one we show the button for.
yeah, well, that makes sense. You
Yeah.
gotta read like the most reads or like the most like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might have the most hated book on hardcover, but you want to read that as well. I mean, why do people hate it? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, I think this is like a good point to wrap up this session. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah, this has been fun, kind of just exploring this and
Yeah.
trying to figure out like how Letterboxd got to where they got, and realizing how just moving
Oh
things
yeah.
around, we got to a lot of the similar places.
Yeah, I know. I mean, some layouts they just uh, they end up in the same place. There's like a certain number of like combinations you can do with them. I think we've covered most of them. Well,
Yeah.
not most of them. There are a ton more, but we could be spending hours like just moving stuff around. But yeah, this is
Yeah.
good. I think like of all the book apps, uh, I don't know any like book. I haven't seen like this done with books at this level and this nice. So I'm kind of excited to see
Yeah.
what people think when we get it out there.
Yeah, it's kind of our version of the Goodreads Choice Awards or something like that, where
Mm-hmm.
but we're, instead of people voting on it, like people have been voting on it with their reads throughout the year, and now we're using those those ratings for and those stats for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is very good. We just got
Cool.
another longer title for a
Oh
book
yeah.
if we need it
Oh
in the
yeah.
chat.
Let me see what that looks like, just for comparison's sake. Yeah, still 2 lines. Yeah,
Yeah,
with a yeah.
not bad. Our designs hold They are folding. That's good. Great. Well, this has been like a really good session, and yeah, we'll keep doing that, and we'll share it with all the people on Discord and see what they think.
Yeah, I'm excited to see which one, because I feel like it could be any of them.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. Let's see. Public
Cool.
choice.
My guess is it's going to be number 2. Like
Number 2?
What's your guess?
I think number 3. But
You think number 3?
Yeah, I have to put money on 3, but yeah, let's see.
Cool.
Who knows?
Oh yeah. Number 1 was left. Number 2 is right, and number 3
Right.
was all of them on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna share it. I'm just gonna mock up the ranking, and yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go check on the baby, and yeah, this
Sounds
has been
good.
fun. Perfect. Thanks everyone for joining. Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. Talk to you later, Adam.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.